I'm a civil engineer specializing in geotechnics, so basically specializing with the ground and the interaction of the ground with the structure. I studied civil engineering as my first degree, and then I did a master's in soil mechanics. And then the route basically led me to working for a consultancy company, designing different structures underground, such as tunnels and foundation of buildings, from like residential houses to skyscrapers, such as the Shard in London. And then I also worked for a construction company building a tunnel in London, so that was really interesting as well, to be on site and see things in action. And then through this experience I decided to dig more into theoretical stuff and understand better the mechanisms behind all these calculations. So I decided to do a PhD at Imperial College in the civil engineering department. And my PhD focused on numerical modeling. So by numerical modeling, I mean applying and implementing mathematical models and solve more complex problems in order to simulate and predict what might happen in a certain scenario. And that scenario could be anything from loading a building and seeing what's going to happen, applying an earthquake to a building or to the ground and see whether it might collapse, for example, and how can you mitigate that, and understand these mechanisms in order to aid design and make all these design methodologies more safer for us. And then finally, after that, I started working for a developer company, an energy company focusing on renewables. And at the moment we are designing wind farms with offshore, with which we can produce renewable energy and again find ways to eliminate the sources that increase the pollution in our atmosphere. So I think the advantages, first of all, of being in such a engineering discipline is the fact that, first of all, I consider it a discipline that is really important to society, and proof of this is that it is a discipline that has been, part of how our society works from the very beginning, pretty much, even if that wasn't called engineering. So I really think it's something profound and something with which you can really help a society move forward and improve the standards of living. And more in particularly, what I find really interesting is that it is an environment where, if you like applied mathematics and if you like application problems rather than just theory, it's an environment that really challenges you every day. It's a very dynamic environment, as things are moving really fast and new methodologies come in, and you need to keep in pace with that. And that's a very, very nice and challenging job to have. Follow what you really like. Don't worry whether there are certain beliefs that women should follow and do certain things, men should do other things. If you like this, follow it, and if you follow it, it will lead you to the right place.